Hello YTPC, this is Potter Piper. I think it's December 14th and I am doing a video out of my comfort zone because everything is new and I haven't practiced anything, but I wanted to showcase a couple things. One, I got my new tripod, which the phone is on, and it came with a clicker. So I'm gonna have to have Smarty Bob show me how to use it, but it actually turned on the thing, turned on the video. I wanted to showcase I got this pipe set, pipe, tamper, magnet, and the stand from Lethal Precision, Chad. And he was making one of his bulldogs. He's, pretty new, I think, in the pipe community, making it, I should say. And I just kind of jumped on and say, hey, I'd love to commission one and just do the same bulldog that you were doing. As you know, it's a beautiful little bulldog, beautiful grain on top, two-tone with rustification and smoothness. He's got his signature cross, and it's one of the first ones he made. I think the number on here is 8, but I'm not sure. Chad from Lethal Precision. Beautiful tamper. You can't see kind of the rustification on it, but I love the fact that it's a magnet and a beautiful stand. Now, I also got, as I said, I got a tripod. It's going to make angles and things so much easier. I did get a microphone, but actually I got to see if that's even come yet. Obviously I don't have it. Hopefully the sound works. I got, finally I got a tobacco knife, a Gerber, for my plugs. And I'm gonna, first time trying, Ken Byron's Bee Frog's Stamp Peak Cake. And this is his Virginia Perique crumble. Now he says crumble, but it feels like a plug. Does not feel like a crumble. First time opening one. I'd love to get it in there. Okay. No, I'd say it's a crumble. It's just a very hard crumble, big time. And so I thought I was going to be cutting a plug, but it still needs to be cut. I really have enjoyed Ken Byron's stuff. I mean, he really does a nice job. I'm not saying everything floats my boat as much as others, but everything seems to really be quality and great. I think by now I put one of his kids through college if he has kids. So, and it's my first time really cutting something. This is not the best table. I just really wanted to get out here and make a video and show off Chad's pipe ensemble, which really looks wonderful. So let me make a first cut ever without killing myself. I know a lot of people do this off camera, but I kind of like it when people do it on camera. I like to see what they do, and you guys can learn from my mistakes since it's the first time I'm really cutting. And cuts up nice, gets pretty loose there. So let's put some in there. A little bit of the gravity method, as Smarty Bob says. I usually use my fingers a little bit. It's a small little pipe, but it's got a good size hole. I mean, my middle finger, it's a good diameter. I always like to try it out a little bit to see the air hole. If I packed it in too much and so forth. Seems good. Seems good. It's also, I'm sure, well made. I think he's taken a little break, Lethal Precision, from making commissions. Probably because he wasn't expecting so many people to jump on him. And so I was just very proud to, I think people that can work with their hands, craftsmanship is just, I think it's amazing. So to have something that's made about personally, especially towards the beginning of his pipe making, really means a lot. But the Ken Byron, I really enjoy it, I'm telling you. I bought too much of it, but it's just good stuff. And also, I mean, it's not the most inexpensive, but why should we expect that? But it's really not that expensive, and especially if you spend like $60, give or take, I don't know where that falls, you get a discount. I think it's 10% at least. I'd have to look to see if it's 15 or 20. You get free shipping whether you buy one bag or you buy 10. But he says it's going to have to change. He hasn't changed it yet, but he says it's going to have to. So if you've been wanting to try something, even one bag, I'd go look it up, because you can, right now, I think, still get one bag and free shipping to you. So this is Stamp Peak Cake. It's a Virginia Perique crumble. Oh, come on, don't you dare. Don't you dare go out on me. So, I haven't tried this particular one yet, and I haven't broken in the pipe. I'm telling you right now. This pipe is smoked so effortlessly, smoothly. Oh, I tell you, this pipe is a nice clencher. Can easily clench it. Wow. Great smoking pipe, I'm telling you. The tobacco, well, I'm just trying it. First impression so far is it's a Virginia Perique. The moisture content is very good for just starting. I literally just opened this. It's smoking very smoothly, effortlessly. It felt like a plug, so I thought I was going to do a little more cutting skills, which I haven't really done yet. It's a crumble cake with my new knife. Very nice for Virginia Perique. So this turned out very well. I'm excited about the little tripod. It just makes things so much easier. It goes high. It's got that little squiggly thing that allows it to bend over. I can do shots and so forth. Like right now, you're kind of at an angle. Well, I guess I'm at an angle. But been enjoying your videos. Trying to think of something that comes to mind right away. We're in Advent, for those who follow specific traditions, preparing for Christmas. Maybe I'll say something about Christmas. Christmas is really two holidays. It's a secular holiday now, and it's a religious, spiritual holiday. And you can celebrate both. You can celebrate one. But just celebrating it secularly, I don't know. I've had bad experiences with that, and I'll tell you why. When I mean secularly is that you can celebrate Christmas now without putting up lights, tree, all that kind of stuff, and it doesn't necessarily have a deeper meaning for you. I'm not meaning to make any judgment. The spirit religious part is the fact that we are remembering, celebrating that Christ, that God the Father sent his Son to be incarnated, to take on flesh, to take on our very humanity, so that we could become a part of his divinity. Therefore, is willing to enter into very intimately our ugly world, our sinful nature, so that from the inside can transform it. There's a lot more that can be talked about in reference to that. And so when we start to think that the world gets too ugly, it is. That's what Christ entered into. Then it's up to whoever, who wants to accept it, who wants to accept him as our Savior. So when I'm celebrating Christmas, waiting for the coming of Christ, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for him to come and save me from myself, save me from sin. Because if I don't do the things I need to do, if I don't stay close to him, if I don't stay close to him in prayer, do the things even in my daily life, then I start to believe what goes on up here too much. I think it's my will be done, not thy will be done. When I was a kid, my grandfather, my family, I'm an only child, and I have a number of uncles, and my mother was the sister. And my family we were just Christmas and Easter Catholics. My mom was a non-practicing Catholic. My dad was a non-practicing Lutheran. And you put a non-practicing Lutheran and a non-practicing Catholic together, and you get a kid that's going to be a Catholic priest. That's a whole nother story I'll share at another time. So, why am I telling the story? Well, my family, of course I didn't check the levels. We lost my grandfather on my mother's side, lost 3 children in his time, and his wife, my grandmother. One of them was my mother when I was a kid. Three of those losses were within a couple years, and it was too much for him. I was 16 when my grandmother died. My mom when I was 18. And my grandfather didn't want to celebrate Christmas anymore. He would travel, he'd do everything to be away for Christmas. The family would say, hey, let's do presents, come over, and he was like, I'll bring the presents to your house. Makes sense. He was hurting, he was angry. Never talked about it, I'm just taking a guess, angry at God, whatever. But if Christmas was really just a secular holiday, we celebrate presents, family came over, great, trees and lights. But when real things happen, like all these deaths, that secular holiday doesn't mean that much anymore. So that always stuck in my mind. If Christmas is really something, is it really more? It has to be something more. And I've learned that it is. That each and every day when things are good, I should be on my knees thanking God for the goodness in which he gives, that I'm allowed to participate in and do and work with. And when things are bad, when things suck in life, I should also be on my knees begging him for his salvation, begging him to make whatever's happening right. Either way, to realize that nothing can be greater than the glory of God, St. Paul, nothing. And my faith and keeping close to that faith is to remind me of that when life starts challenging that truth. So Christmas is meaningful, and I share this not to be preachy. I share it because I've suffered within my life and my family, and I just offer something. I just offer that. If you come from a Christian background and maybe Christmas is a little more secular, just reflect on the fact that what is it actually? What is the birth of Christ mean? Just reflect and think upon that. Because, it was tough to not celebrate Christmas with my grandfather. That hurt me as a kid. But I understand why. I just wish we had a stronger faith and Christmas meant more than a secular holiday to us. Because we could have shared more of the joys of Christmas, and we could have shared the pains and hurts together instead of just taking off. But I understand why he did. So I pray for him. He's passed. So I didn't mean to make it a sad note, because if anything, Christmas has become so much more meaningful for me. So I'm thankful. And I'm thankful for good pipe tobacco. I'm thankful for this Virginia Perique Stampede cake. It's a nice Virginia Perique. I'm not saying it's the best I've ever had. It's a nice, I'd call average road Virginia Perique. I love this pipe. Thank you, Chad, Lethal Precision. This is a beautiful smoking pipe. So guys, I hope if you celebrate the Christmas tradition, however you celebrate it, I hope it's a meaningful one. I hope it's a happy one. You all are in my prayers. If you ask specifically, I'll pray specifically. So this is Potter Piper smoking my brand new Lethal Precision pipe and his Bulldogs, a wonderful tobacco. It's a good day. God bless. Oh, I got to use my clicker. Now let's see. The smarty about it is to take 1 or 2 clicks. Here we go. It takes 2.